Rocio, you had a conversation with Migs yesterday. How's he doing?
He's doing good. He's excited. He's really excited to come out. He just doesn't know if it's the 3rd or the 7th. He wants me to call and check, but something always comes up, and I end up saying, "Oh, I forgot to call." But he's excited. He's counting the days. He goes, "It's 5 more days or 7, but I'm out." And he's excited about coming out and doing better, doing good for himself.
Okay. And that's the program at Crossroads. He's going to go there.
Well, the thing is that I got him into the Crossroads, but there's another one that came up. So he wants me to figure out who's going to get him, because the lady in Crossroads went and talked to him, but then another lady came and talked to him. So he's trying to figure out what's going on, because there's 2 programs that went. I have no idea where the other one came from, but Crossroads is the one I spoke to.
Okay. So if you spoke to Crossroads, it's probably going to be Crossroads, right? That gets them, it can't be just a random, place, but it'd probably be Crossroads. So it's either going to be the June 3rd or June 7th, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And so do you know how long that program is? Is it 30 days or 45 days? Or
The lady said that they have to be there for 45 days. That it's from 45 and on. That's what she told me when I spoke to her. And if he decides to stay there and stick around, there's programs that he could be there as long as he wants to keep being clean. It's not a program where I say, okay, you're done, go. If he wants to continue, they'll continue helping him.
And is that like his plan to stay there for the 45 days that he's mandated for 45, right? The judge is saying you have to be there 45 days?
Yes, he is. And when I talked to him, he said that he can go to Crossroads. If the other program gets him, that he's going to ask to transfer to Crossroads, because he wants to see how he can grow and take the opportunity that he's getting to get clean and better himself. So that's what me and him talked about. So from what I heard from him is that he's trying to do better. So he's not going to just do the 45 and just quit.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, time will tell, right?
Yeah.
Because when he gets out here, what's going to be around him? What's the influence? What's his mindset, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you're locked up inside, it's like you get to reflect. When you come back outside, you're not really reflecting anymore. Sometimes you go back to those old habits because that's what you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, but definitely we don't want that to happen, right? We want him to stay and make it work and just learn new skills and do something better, something different, anything but going back to where he was at last time in the alley, right? So has he talked to Carla?
No, he told me to call her messenger and tell her that he was going to call at a certain time. And I told him when I talked to her, the last time I talked to her, she told me where she was. I told her that I was going to go and that I was going to call her to answer my calls or messages, and she said she would, and she never did. She just didn't answer my calls. I go, and my messages, I don't know what's going on. I go, honestly, I'm not saying she's doing anything wrong. It's just I really don't know. So I have reached out to her, but she hasn't answered. And he goes, well, it's cool, Tia, then just let it be. And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you because I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I haven't heard from her either. Hopefully she's okay. I mean, it's kind of scary because we don't know, right? She's always been in contact with me or you, and now she's not in contact. So is she okay? Is she in a hospital somewhere? What happened, So
she said she was with a friend, and she did message me for the puppy, but I don't have the puppy. I couldn't take care of the puppy. So someone that could take care of the puppy, because the puppy got sick, and they said, I'll take care of it. I'll take him to the vet. And I'm like, fine. I can't take care of the puppy. I can't pay vet. So I let him take over because it was either that or let the puppy die. So they took over, and she's like, where's the puppy? And I was busy that time. And she sounded upset in the messages, but I've had the puppy since she left, and she barely called, and the puppy, I wasn't going to let it die.
So last time you talked to her, she was asking for the dog, right? The little puppy. She wanted it.
Mm-hmm.
But you had to let it go because the puppy's sick, and so you gave it to somebody to take care of it, right? Get it well, take it to a veterinarian. She might have been upset a little bit. Carla might have been upset.
Yeah, and that's the last time I heard from her. She said she was with a friend and
Okay.
she wouldn't tell me who she was with.
Or where, or who, or yeah. Yeah, I haven't reached out to her. She hasn't reached out to me. Again, you know how they go through phones, right? They get stolen and this and that. So I haven't heard from her. But wherever she is, God bless her. You know, she might have it all figured out, and you know, with all whatever, you know, in her future endeavors, right? Whatever she goes through in life, you know, may she be safe and everything turn out the best for her, right?
Yeah, I do wish her the best, and I hope she's careful and she takes care of herself. I'm not mad at her. I just hope that she does good and she finds a positive influence for her. That's all I can do. I mean, she comes around, then she ghosts me. I'm like, I can't. I just wish her the best. That's all I could do.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, hopefully we hear from her in the future. Hopefully she's okay. First off, right? A lot of bad things happen out there. I was just notified. Somebody I interviewed. I haven't interviewed him in a year. Last time I interviewed him, he was really, really bad. He went to the hospital. This guy, and he had an infection in his leg. He had all kind of issues, and he was clean for a year. He got clean actually for a year, probably because he was so sick that he couldn't really leave, right? But they just found him at a bus stop on Sunday, so a few days ago they found him. So you know, this lifestyle, there's a price to pay with your health or your life, you know, or incarceration, right? Like Migs lost freedom, right? And I keep telling them, like, dude, you have to change your life because, you know, those charges keep adding up, and the judge is like, dude, we've helped you, we've released you, we've put your program, and you keep going back to the same. We're gonna just give you longer and longer sentences, right? So in and out, and sometimes you're gonna have to be in there longer for a year, 2 years, and so is it really worth it, you know? So he has to learn, right?
Yeah, I talked to him and Carla. I'm like, you guys are at the age right now where you guys need to contemplate what you guys want in the future and see that this is the time for you guys to make the change. You guys have, you know, the time to grow and start building a better future. If you guys don't do it now and wait till it's too late, you guys are going to let go of your entire life. And they seem to understand, but addiction it sucks. It sucks, and they're gonna lose themselves. And I'm just afraid that whenever they realized what they've done with their life, just threw it away, it's too late.
Yeah, they're gonna have to decide, right? They have to decide. It's not a judge, it's not you, it's not me, it's not subscribers or YouTube. It's like they have to decide what they want for their life, you know. And so Migs has been locked up 4 months?
5
months. That's a good chunk of time for him to contemplate and think and plan and just try to get better, because you start running out of chances, right? Like the clock's ticking, you know. And so like it ran out for this guy, you know, that I interviewed, you know, and he's gone. That's it. No more chances for him, you know. And so it's really sad to think that could happen. I mean, you know, maybe that's why we haven't heard from Carla, because maybe that's her outcome. I just haven't nobody's informed me, right? It happens, you know. And so these folks need to realize that that's a danger that's out there. It really is. But I've asked them in the past, do you guys ever think about that? And they're like, not really. They're not. It's not part of their thought process, you know.
They think I have a high tolerance, I could do more, but they don't realize that it's not tolerance, that it's just they're poisoning themselves more and more and more because they want to keep feeling that high, and they just like feeling it, so they consume more, and they don't realize that it's more poison to them, and they're shortening their life even more. And they're like, no, I have high tolerance. I'm like, no, you don't. You're just poisoning your body, thinking that you don't feel high, but it's just you're used to being high. You don't know the difference. So it's scary. I mean, I do think about it when I see people in the street. I look and see if it's Carla, and it's not, and it breaks my heart to just think that something might happen to her. But I can't do nothing for her if she's gonna hide. And I mean, if she wants to hide or handle things this way, there's not much I can do.
The exciting part though is that Migs is getting out and he has a good attitude. He has a different outlook on life, and he wants to make it better and just do something better. So I really hope that he stays with that mindset, that positive mindset of just trying to do something different than what he's been doing for all these years since he was 15 years old, right? Because it hasn't led him to anywhere positive, with that negative mindset and addiction. So it's coming up soon. We'll see if when he gets out, if I can be there. Are you gonna try to be there or what?
Yeah. No, I am. I'm looking forward to seeing him. Okay. So I have to investigate for him and for myself, because I do want to be there.
Okay. Because they're gonna let him out, but they're gonna release him to Crossroads, a treatment center, not to you, right? Mm-hmm. Or they're not gonna let him go on his own. He's gonna be in the custody of that treatment center. Mm-hmm. So maybe hopefully I can see you guys and just kind of document that as well, right? Part of his his documentation, part of his addiction, part of his sobriety, this is all part of it. People need to see that there's repercussions, right? You get locked up, right? Yeah. You get released, but you have to go to a program, and so people have to see what this lifestyle leads to, right?
Yeah, and I want him to see the beginning of all this, the after, and how big of a change he can make, and the difference he can make in a lot of people that are out there if he decides to stick to being sober and bettering his life, because he has a plan. That's something he didn't have back then. So I'm just hoping and praying that this is it, because I know he has a bright future. He's really smart, and it's scary. I do think, oh my God, he's gonna come out. I have so much hope. As soon as they give the 45 days, maybe he's gonna come out, but I'm gonna do the best I can just to push him to do better.
Yeah. I really hope that everything works out for him and he's confident and stays on that path. It's because it's really, what's the alternative, Mm-hmm. So thank you very much for talking to me. I appreciate you, Rocio. Thanks for giving us an update. We'll stay in contact to see if I'm able to go out there with you when he gets out. Okay?
Okay.